Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 60 of Active Reload. You're probably noticing a little something different. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have traded places. It's like that movie from the 1980s with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie, but
What?
I know what it is. And that's what it looks like right now. We've traded places. We're in different spots. I'm in a whole new area with new activities I can do with my hands and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing. Welcome to the show. We got stuff we're going to talk about. Concord. Hey, guess what? If you would have thought that at this time 25 episodes ago that we would have 3 straight episodes of Concord news, I would have called you crazy because I would have said, what's Concord?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Concord because one of the biggest stories of the week for sure dropped a couple days ago. We're going to talk about Concord. Rest in peace. Konami basically confirmed Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4 coming to PS5, Xbox. Rocksteady Lay-offs. We'll just hit that one pretty quickly. And then Black Ops 6 beta is
Impressions.
out. We got some impressions
we
for you.
We've played.
We've played some rounds and whatnot of the beta, so we'll talk about that.
Big surprise. What does it feel like?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Who would have thought? Let's get into the episode. Thanks for showing up. Welcome to the Active Reload podcast. Welcome back again. Dayman. That's Grant.
Dayman.
I'm James. He's finally watching It's Always Sunny. Partially, kind of. He's getting reactions on like YouTube shorts, and now he's like, I'm gonna Google the episode. That's awesome. That's a great way to watch TV.
Yeah, that's you said the TikTok version of...
Yeah, 2024's version of watching TV shows is watching a clip on TikTok or like Instagram shorts or whatever, and then going and looking it up.
Yeah, I'm just on YouTube.
There you are. You're still valid. Let's talk some sports. Nope. Let's talk some video games. We can talk some sports video games at some point. Let's talk video games, though, mainly. Concord.
Yeah.
We got some big news this week. We talked a little bit last week. We talked a little bit about the week before.
Real quick.
What?
Before last week, I said that I wasn't going to get this game quite yet, but I was afraid that if I didn't get the game, it would disappear. Mm-hmm. And you said, well, that's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
And
ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen. In an unprecedented move. One that I can't really think of ever happening before in the way that it's happening, other than PT kind of did it. It's a demo, though. Nobody paid for PT.
Yeah. But it happened this year. You don't even know this.
Happened this year with what?
With The Day After Tomorrow. Remember that game? That was like one of the top sellers.
The day before.
The day before. Day before.
Yeah. Day after tomorrow is a movie.
Yeah.
Movie Talk with James Grant.
Yeah.
Day before. That's right.
But it's different because that was almost a scam.
Yeah.
And that's what people felt
that
like.
I think that was crowdfunded too, wasn't it? I thought.
I don't know.
I can't remember either.
Maybe.
I think it was crowdfunded.
But it was early access, and it hit the top 5 Steam charts, and then 3 days later it was shut down.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make a good game, you don't even have to make a good game. You can just make a really good trailer.
Yeah, just a good
you'll
trailer.
have a lot of people buy your game.
That's
and then nothing happened.
Hey,
that's how you sell stuff.
Contact me.
Yeah, that's how we'll do it around here. Concord. It was announced. Sony PlayStation announced that they will be taking Concord completely offline on September 6th. So this upcoming Friday.
2 weeks.
It was on the store for 2 weeks. All players who bought it digitally through PlayStation Store, Steam, will be receiving a refund.
Yeah.
They will be getting a refund for buying the product, and then them saying the product's not performing well enough. Here's your money back.
Yeah.
Which that in itself is kind of an unprecedented move.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We forgot to mention that's what happened.
Yeah, nobody wanted to play the game.
So I confirmed with Sony, I guess, customer service that I'll be getting my refund in 30 to 60 days.
Yeah, you did end up buying it.
Yeah, I did.
Whoops.
Meanwhile, people on Steam have already gotten their refund.
Yeah. It is funny how the refund is taking longer for the first-party store than it is. I wonder if that's like I don't know. A security issue, I guess, but
maybe. Who knows?
But it's weird that that's a problem on their own platform and not on Steam. But again, it is Steam. And day before they put day before on there. They're like, yeah, but feel free.
I'd definitely rather have my $40 back immediately, even if it's just store credits.
Right.
And second of all, I actually thought this game was pretty good.
Yeah,
everybody's issue with the characters and all that stuff is completely on point. It's very not cool, not very cool. The art direction I think is good. It's just they don't run with it that well. It looks like American Gladiators 1980s decided to go into space, so it has this aesthetic that I really like.
What a aesthetic that is!
But they don't run with it.
You got to worry about the aggro crag in Concord.
It looks awkward when you have characters that are really goofy and they look like an 80s goofballness. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But they act like, modern teenagers. And it's really clashy and annoying. The production value is insane for a multiplayer game.
That makes sense because there are reports stating that it spent 8 years in development and cost Sony anywhere from tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars to create.
I guess the conceptual design of it all from the beginning was done cheaply. It seems like they probably hired cheap artists, and they had this vision that was 8 years too late. And but
that's the other thing with this that I don't think is maybe touched on enough when it comes to this. When they started making this, the most popular games on planet Earth were like PUBG and Destiny 1 was still out at that point.
Yeah.
Like a lot's changed. Fortnite hadn't become a thing. The Battle Royale genre really hadn't become a monster thing that it was because Fortnite was still, PUBG was doing its thing, but Fortnite took it to a whole other level. It went from 1 million concurrent players to 25 million players in 1 month.
Well, I do think PUBG holds the record for concurrent multiplayer players.
That's probably true. I would believe that.
On Steam,
But in terms of getting it out to a mass base like Fortnite, where you can be 8 or you can be 88.
Yeah, also Fortnite ran well.
And that's true. That's also true. To think that this game started development way back then, and this was the idea that they had, which back then it would have made for a decent idea for a video game because we were still kind of new into the hero genre. I think Overwatch had come out at that point, but there weren't many copies of Overwatch that were being made yet.
What's kind of weird is that if it was a free-to-play game, probably would have done better. But I liked the fact that you had to buy in, so there were no aggressive microtransactions throughout the entire game, which was refreshing. Everything felt good and polished. It was incredibly bare bones.
Right.
Just 2 or 3 main multiplayer modes.
Which that's insane. For 8 years, tens and hundreds of millions of dollars.
I have a feeling that this game was going to introduce a lot of stuff throughout the year or season, or whatever you wanted to call it. But nobody was interested in this. And if this game comes back, which I think it's going to come back, they're going to take it off the store.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's gone forever. They're not going to get rid of all that work. And it'll come back somehow, maybe not called Concord, but whatever that game has to offer will be offered again later, I think, through Sony doing something. But
they did, I will point out, Sony and Firewalk Studios stated that they were taking the game offline so they could, quote, explore options, including those that will better reach our players, end quote. So
they better have their finger on the pulse of what people want, because nobody wanted this. And
it's interesting.
They showed it.
I think that it's funny that Sony, to start, it was estimated, analysts had told IGN that they had estimated, again, estimation, not exact, had sold less than 25,000 total units, and it debuted with 697 concurrent players on Steam, which is, the day before had better showing than that. So,
and everybody hated that game.
It is interesting to me that Sony, they, in a very, I'm assuming, in a very upfront, team meeting or whatever, probably told these guys, the Firewalk Studios people, and probably said, hey, it's going to cost us less money to just refund all of this than to fund the project for another, year and a half for you guys to try to sort it out and bring in players. That's essentially what they're saying.
Yeah, it's true,
when PlayStation does this. So I don't think that Concord is going to come back. I think it's now
I don't think Concord
poisoned ground.
Yeah,
that's right. What I mean. I don't think this this version of this game and they'll call it something else, but I don't think that style of it is going to come back. I think they're just going to let this die. That we might see Firewalk Studios get folded. I don't want that to happen, obviously. I never would want that to happen. But to go 8 years, tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, and then have your game pulled after 2.5 weeks, it's not going to... You're probably going to be fighting for your job at that point.
When I hear this number of $200 million in over 8 years, Sony bought this company a year ago. So it wasn't Sony money.
No, you're right. That's true. I did say Sony, and that was incorrect. I apologize. But it cost the company.
I bet Sony put up a lot of money.
Fronted. Yeah, they probably fronted quite a bit of money when they purchased. So, that's the straight up statement of them saying it's going to cost us less money to just refund all of this and basically see where our what your plans are moving forward.
Sony's probably going to take these. What are they called? Firewalk Studios.
Firewalk Studios. Yeah.
They're going to take Firewalk Studios and put them in the cinematics for Bungie's new game.
Yeah, I mean that's
probably what's happening.
That's not impossible. Or they fire them all.
That was the best part of this game. The story, no. The characters, no. But the production value and the cinematics and the in between rounds and stuff, like the visual effects, is really good.
The group I always think of when someone mentions that is like Blur. Blur Studios did all of the cutscenes for the Halo 2 remaster and all the Halo Wars cutscenes and everything like that,
which were great.
They're not. It's not a bad area to go into. But again, if you are a company that's looking to create something of your own, to go from this and then to basically be making cutscenes for a different game, that's got to be kind of a slap in the face. But I mean, it's their... And I'm not blaming entirely Firewalk Studios either.
No, I'm blaming Sony.
Yeah, I don't think Sony did a good job of marketing this game either. Like, we saw it for the first time 6 months ago, is that right? Or something close to it, a trailer for it?
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
And with everything else that's out hero shooter-wise, to release a trailer 6 months before the game comes out and basically have no marketing for it after that is...
it doesn't matter. It's a bad idea in the first place.
It's not going to work.
When they bought them, they should have had them do a different game.
Yeah,
They're like, hey, I love this. It looks great. Make a different game.
Yeah, do something else.
We have Sony fans that love Sony property.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're dying for a new SOCOM or a Killzone or a what's the Resistance.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a couple other ones. Make those.
Yeah,
make an Infamous. Go back to Infamous.
Make a Spyro game.
You can make a first-person hero shooter with Infamous characters and in that. I don't know, world.
Yeah,
I guess it's been a long time. No one even knows what I'm talking about.
That's true. Yeah. Infamously, I don't know anything about Infamous.
Do a Twisted Metal game. My God, they went to a hero shooter knockoff cookie cutter game. What a bad idea. It was a horrible idea and a waste of talent because these guys are talented.
Here's what I'll say. We got a Twisted Metal show that's actually not terrible. So maybe
really?
Twisted Metal.
I forgot about that show.
Twisted Metal. On the rise, maybe. On the rise up. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh.
Sorry.
Using these ideas and creations and whatnot happens all the time in like movies where you'll have an idea for a movie, you start creating it or a prop or whatever, and then it gets killed. The best example of that, maybe not the best example, but the most famous example that connects it is when Neil Blomkamp made District 9. A lot of the stuff that was happening in District 9
movie
was going to be the Halo movie. A lot of the stuff that they ended up using in District 9 in terms of like the props and the weapons and whatnot were going to be used in a Halo movie with J.J. Abrams and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing like these types of art styles or even like the characters themselves just maybe turned a little different in other PlayStation properties or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Concord, it will be a story. Here's the other thing for not just Concord. Like if you're a graphic designer like yourself, what would make you want to join the games industry at a time like this? Because this stuff can just happen. You spent 8 years.
Oh, I would join the games industry. I worked in it for a little bit.
Right.
I would definitely not join
a studio,
a AAA studio.
Yeah.
And if I did, it would be if I had a choice. Of course, a lot of people don't have choices; they just apply.
Right.
But if I had a choice, it would be like Valve.
Right. So quadruple A studio.
I would try to stay away from Xbox and
that's Sony. The thing. Like even these, I don't know. It's interesting because you're battling two different like problems essentially. You either go to a AAA studio where they kind of see you as expendable per se, depending on how the outcome of a release happens or whatever, or you go to a smaller studio but you're working with less money than you had before, than you could have had when it comes to, and you're probably getting paid a lot less than when it comes to like versus AAA studio.
I don't know.
Then this stuff happens where you worked on this game for 8 years, you get bought by Sony a year later, a year ago, and you spend all this time, and the game's out for 2.5 weeks. It doesn't perform well, and then they take it off. And your entire career is up in limbo.
I think that the Microsoft, not maybe so much Microsoft, well, maybe Microsoft, but definitely Xbox heads and Sony heads are just so far from what Western gamers want to play. This game seems like it would have been great if it was released in China 5 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
For mobile as well.
Yeah.
But it's just as a fan of games, and if I ever wanted to get into the games industry, I would follow these projects that are being headed by these YouTube guys and games, I guess, culture guys.
Yeah.
Because I think they have the right ideas. It's not a coincidence that all these Eastern European developed games are catching a huge following. They're just not really releasing on time, or they're not coming polished. So they're not getting that AAA polish that someone like Sony is releasing.
Yeah.
But they're hitting the nail on the head when it comes to what people want gaming, especially multiplayer wise. I don't think, James, if some guy from Sony came up to me and you 2 years ago, and tried to pitch Concord to us, we would have both said that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I've played this 1,000 times.
You're like, I don't think I would pay $40 for that. It seems like a bad idea. Maybe if it was really good or different enough.
That's I think they should.
Then I still would have recommended you don't throw $200 million at it.
Yeah, exactly. I think they also should have gotten a lesson from the other hero shooters that have come out. Like even recently, like something like Overwatch 2. Even they went free to play. They were like, we're going to go free to play. We're going to sell lives. We're going to sell skins and whatnot. So they seemingly didn't have a huge success launching a sequel, because barely a sequel.
I mean, shoot, that was.
But then they had to cancel all the single player stuff.
Yeah, and that game, the original Overwatch, was $50 or $60. So
yeah, and it was huge. That was one of the bigger games of
definitely
the year
offered
that
more
year.
Content than Concord. I'll tell you that much.
It is Blizzard though. That's the other thing too. Blizzard's a
big boys.
monster company. So, rest in peace, Concord. I hope Firewalk does okay. I hope they end up doing something, land on their feet, do like cutscenes for a while, then they can make their own game again. I don't know. Scary times. Scary times to be in.
Just make something your own. You don't need a big budget. Do the Helldivers route.
Yeah,
Sony.
Truly. That's the best success story you can kind of look at.
Hey man, don't spend $300 million.
Yeah.
You got this talented team. Don't bloat them with other stuff.
Right.
Don't put all these checkboxes they have to hit, like when it comes to microtransactions.
Yeah.
Just make a good game.
Let them make their vision, essentially.
Yeah.
For the most part. Speaking of negatives, I wanted to start with 2 negatives, and then we'll end on 2 positives. How about
before you start on a negative?
1 positive.
Before you start on a negative, can I do a 30-second review of Concord? Because I actually played it. And
a 30-second review? Yeah. All right, you got 30 seconds.
You want to time me?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
It's more like 40 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
You already failed.
Concord. This game came out. It's not very good, but it's not very bad. It has the worst character heroes I've ever seen in a hero shooter, and but the mechanics are really good. And now, if you don't play it in the next 3 days, you're never going to play it ever again. I give it a C-. All
right. That was about 15 seconds, so maybe give or take.
I can't think of anything else to say about
Then
Concord.
Why did you want to do a 30-second review?
I don't know.
By the way, this game also, it's going to turn into the PT of this generation, probably. People are already selling it on eBay.
Well, here's another thing. If you bought this at retail, you got the disc?
Yeah. Hold on to it.
It's just a collector's item.
Yeah,
you're probably not going to get a refund because you've opened it.
Right. It's become
new.
Is it shovelware? No, that's not right.
No, it won't be shovelware anymore.
No. Shovelware's
over an excess amount.
Yeah.
You have a whole bunch of stuff. You're literally shoveling it out of there.
Oh, right. Okay. So it'll be rareware. Nice and easy to say. Rareware.
Except you can't wear it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a disc.
So yeah, hold on to your disc. Hold on to your disc. 'Cause you're still buying discs out there, you absolute maniac.
Why not?
Freak.
I do. I wish I would have bought
because
this game.
This happens, and you know what happens? They're like, well, we can't give you a refund. You already opened it.
Yeah, I know.
You just figured out the biggest problem with discs.
Yeah, but it's now a collector's item.
Go to
just
GameStop. They'll give you 80 cents on the dollar, and actually 80 cents on the 10th dollar, and then you walk out of there.
You know what someone's going to do? Some big rich company that sells video games is going to try to buy all of them and then burn 99% of them and then sell the rest for a lot of money.
It'll be the video game industry's fidget spinners. Yeah, fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners?
Yeah, remember those were huge. We were selling those at GameStop at one point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, remember the spinners? You hold it in here? Yeah, and you spin them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what'll happen. They'll be like, I'm going to buy so many copies. I'm going to be rich. And then nobody wants them. That's what's going to happen. It'll be the PT of this generation, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your discs if you got them. Hey, do you guys want to get negative? Let's do it.
Let's go negative.
Rocksteady, you remember them? They made good Batman games. Pretty fun, interesting Batman games that explored a lot of interesting things with Batman and Joker. Sure. Like me absolutely just destroying this punk's elbow, like popping it out of the other side of his arm, and then just leaving them there to figure out a hospital situation himself. But if Joker is in trouble, we got to save him.
Oh,
because he can't die.
You talking about the company that makes really bad side quests in their games?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it comes to like Arkham Knight. Yeah.
Well, what about them? Are they
layoffs?
Oh,
there's our negative. Sorry about that, guys.
I thought you were going to say they got an excess amount of players now.
Oh. Nope. It's directly tied to the underperformance of Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, another live service game that I don't think anyone was asking for. Nobody was asking for a Suicide Squad game ever.
The heads of WB have.
No, even WB.
No.
Even though they made 2 Suicide Squad movies, which is insane to me. Yeah.
I never watched any of them.
The newer one's not bad. It's James Gunn, so it's fun. It's fun. I like that movie. But still, nobody wanted a Suicide Squad game. Rocksteady's QA department, which works in Rocksteady, who would have thought that? They confirmed its size has almost been cut in half, going from 33 team people to 15 people. One staff member. This one makes me angry more than anything.
We're talking about staff members?
But yeah.
What happened?
Is something that they were talking about. One staff member was told they were being made redundant, which is a nice way of saying you're getting fired.
Yeah.
You're being made redundant in the middle of paternity leave.
Oh. Paternity leave? Not maternity. Paternity.
I mean, either way. Do you want to spend time with your child? Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great.
Paternity.
In the middle of paternity, can you imagine getting fired?
That's not what paternity leave is for, but yeah.
But yeah, you're spending time with your child, your newly birthed child.
It's to help your wife take care of
both.
You. Baby needs a mom way more than your dad. Way more. No, when you're a baby, when you're infant, little baby. Yeah.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm
going to always make fun of paternity leave. I remember I got offered paternity leave, and he was like, "You got a month," and I was like 3 days or 4 days. I was like, "I can't sit here. What am I doing? Just watching Seinfeld."
And now look at your kid. Unbelievable. That's what happened.
No, he was great.
All right, so yeah, that happened. That made me kind of upset. But also, imagine they offered it to you. You said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take that."
Yeah, I know.
I'll take it, and then they fired you.
Yeah.
In the middle of it.
I wish I wouldn't have taken that.
Yeah, no kidding. Other cuts included junior staff and also several team members that were employed by Rocksteady for more than 5 years. Hey, kids, guess what? Don't become a game developer. Just don't. Just do it. Do the what's the name of the game? I
don't know what you're talking about, James.
The farm game that was made by one
Farmville.
person. No, made by one person.
Hold on.
Stardew Valley.
Do
Stardew Valley. Just make it in your basement when you got time. Release it eventually. You'll become a literal multimillionaire, and then sell the rights to some company, and you'll be rich forever.
He's giving you the wrong advice.
That's what you should
Flappy Bird. Steal all the assets.
Or that too, yeah.
From a different team in a different country. Then sell it for $1. You got to make something really catchy, really get that hook. Right.
It's harder for mobile. Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes every now and again. Unless you're making like Candy Crush.
Apparently, Dark and Darker on mobile
is great.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Thanks, bots. Thanks for telling us that.
Thanks, bots.
It was awesome. But yeah, Rocksteady are firing. Honestly, the games industry is in a weird place right now. I think they're really just trying to find the next thing that puts them on an explosive path forward, because they really haven't found the next big thing yet. You know, we've had our hero shooters, we've had our battle royales, the 5v5 competitive multiplayer shooters kind of coming back a little bit, with Siege having a resurgence, CS2 out, Valorant coming to console. It's having a resurgence there, but apart from like Helldivers, which it burned bright for a decent amount of time, it's still very popular. Not like Fortnite levels of popular.
No.
And maybe we'll never hit that again. Maybe we're aiming too high.
Maybe the guys from Concord can make a Helldivers multiplayer shooter, like a competitive shooter.
But see, I don't know if I'd want that in a Helldivers situation.
You can do something unique. You're going to have to make it feel like the single player or the co-op campaign.
Yeah, I don't know.
It has to feel like that. Otherwise, if it looks and feels like Gears of War or something, then you're going to fail. But if you can call in things and...
The thing is, if you make it look like Gears of War, you could succeed monumentally, like probably Space Marine 2 is going to, where it's just Gears of War, but you're a Space Marine.
Well, those guys, they've been making and releasing games a lot, almost every year, a couple times a year.
True.
Games Workshop.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. We'll get to that a little bit later. Also, Konami. Here's some decent news, better news. This is actually probably the best good news of the week. Konami, they basically confirmed Metal Gear Solid. This happened right after we recorded last week.
Yeah.
So it's a little tad late on the news. Cool. But wanted to add it in.
I'm playing it.
Yeah, you're going to play it. Konami, they basically confirmed Metal Gear Solid 4 will be coming to PS5 and Xbox. The producer at Konami, bear with me here, Noriaki Okamura. I believe I said that right.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty close. He was speaking to IGN. They had an interview with him, and he was asked about MGS4 in Volume 2 of the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. Said that wrong. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection.
Yeah.
They already released Volume 1, which was what? MGS 1, 2, 3? No, not 2, because the new... Wait.
No, it was 2.
Okay.
It was Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, and then the Nintendo versions and the Famicom versions, which were Metal Gear and the old ones, whatever it's called.
Some random name.
Metal Gear Snake.
Metal Gear Zero, too. Wasn't that one of them?
Something like that.
And then now they're doing a remaster of Snake Eater, too.
Yes,
but
and that's what I'm mostly excited for.
Anyways, he was talking about MGS4 and the Volume 2 of that Master Collection, and Nakamura, he responded saying, quote, "We definitely are aware of the situation with MGS4. Unfortunately, we can't really say too much at the moment with Volume 1 containing MGS 1 through 3, and he literally said, ... You can probably connect the dots."
Yeah. Well,
and according to IGN's reporting and the data mining, which is usually pretty... if you're data mining something, you're doing
it's there for a reason.
You're doing something probably illegal, so don't do that.
You're not.
2, thank you. Appreciate it. And according to that, MGS 4, 5, and Peace Walker will be the next volumes of the MGS Master Collection. Yeah, Volume 2.
So it'll be Master Collection Volume 2. Now, the real news of this is that Metal Gear Solid 4 has always been stuck on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, that was...
but I don't have extreme...
hopes?
I don't have a lot of hopes for this.
Come on.
Expectations. Because I got the recent collection, and although behind the games, like all the cool collection stuff, the menu stuff, all this cool stuff that you can get, that was great. But the actual games were running at 1080p. Mm-hmm. They were the same collection that came out in 360, which also had Peace Walker on it. So it makes me think that this new Peace Walker is just going to be another port of that 360 Peace Walker.
Maybe up-res from 720 to 1080.
Hopefully, but the last collection wasn't up-res at all. The big thing that everybody wanted to play was Metal Gear Solid 1, because that's never been played anywhere outside of PlayStation 1 and PC.
Oh, yeah, right.
And that was a very bad port. It ran fine, but it doesn't look nearly as good as a PlayStation 1 disc inside your PS3.
Right. So I think that's something we're going to have to come to terms with the fact that like games back then were made with entirely different circumstances and ideas in mind when it comes to making it for something.
But Konami does great collections.
Yep.
It's just I don't think the Metal Gear Solid collection was as good as their Contra or their Castlevania, even the new Game Boy DS, Game Boy Nintendo DS, their collection that just came out.
They had a Nintendo DS collection?
Yeah, of Castlevania games, 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
They look great. I have no hopes that Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to run at. I don't even think it's going to run at a better frame rate because it does have a frame rate issue on the PS3.
Well, I mean, the thing is though, like if it's MGS5, that should be fine because that was made for Xbox One.
Because that's already been up-res
right?
to
Yeah.
4K.
So,
but not
I don't know.
Not 60 though.
Yeah,
because I'm playing it right now and it's at 30 frames.
Oh, how about that? And it's good.
No, that's the worst part about it.
Thought I hate you so much. I hate you.
It is the worst thing about it.
What about your Diamond Dog? I love Diamond Dog, man.
Yeah, he's a cute guy.
He's the best dude. Best little guy. He's got a little eye patch. Just like
I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and I forgot how funny it is to.
It is funny.
Send somebody.
Yeah, they get lost and they're. Ah!
Send a dead body, and you get a bad phone call back. They're like, what am I supposed to
do with this? Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, that's Konami. Shout out Konami. They definitely don't make Resident Evil.
Nope, they don't.
They make Street Fighter.
No, man, that's
what
Capcom.
do they make?
They make like Silent Hill,
Metal
Gear.
The one I'm thinking of.
Konami is legendary. They are legendary like Capcom.
Okay.
Back in the day, they made all these good licensed games.
And they both start with Cuz.
Contra, Castlevania.
I do that all the time. I hate doing Konami Capcom stories because I confuse them all the time.
All the time. All the beat 'em up games, the Ninja Turtle games,
but not Street Fighter.
No. That's a fighting game, not a beat 'em up.
You know what I looked up the other day?
What?
That I completely forgot about? There was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game where you fought
Shredder's Revenge. It came out last year.
No, I don't know why it made me think of this.
What?
I don't remember. I don't remember what we were recording. Maybe it was like TMNT, one of the remaster or something coming on. But I forgot I had played a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the original Xbox, I think is what it was.
Probably.
Where you fight some sort of... dude, TMNT is so stupid. You fight, but in a good way. I love it.
Okay,
you fight a monster in a junkyard, and he's got a TV for a head, and the TV makes a face.
Oh,
it's
cool.
Stupid, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's bad, but it's
cool. I love
the
Ninja Turtles bad guys. Rocksteady was one of them.
Yeah, Rocksteady.
That's where Rocksteady got.
Where they got their name.
Probably.
I don't know if that's true.
Isn't
that the guy with the rhino with the sunglasses?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. But I love it.
No, you're mixing. Bebop has the sunglasses.
Oh, sorry.
The rhino is Rocksteady.
Okay. And Bebop is the one with the cool shades.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
The Hawaiian shirt on, I think.
What animal is he? I don't remember.
It's like a
crocodile?
Pig.
Is that right?
No, he's a pig. There is a crocodile guy.
There is a crocodile.
Yeah.
They're always fighting animals. Except for Shredder.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Ninja Turtles are also animals that you give them the ooze.
Thank you.
And
I
the
got
animals
that.
turn into human-like people.
Yes.
They do that with all kinds of characters.
Of course,
they do the fly.
I remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 live action where they go Turtles, go Turtles, go. Of course, Secret of the Ooze. I'm not an idiot, dude. Shout out to Vanilla Ice, I think sings that.
Go.
Yeah, go Turtles. Yeah,
go Turtles.
Maybe his second most famous song of all time, which is really sad.
How many famous songs do you have, James?
0. You're right. That's a fair point. Honestly, good point. If I wrote Go Turtles, Go, I would be very proud of that.
It's Go Ninja,
Whatever. Go. I think he does both. Then he goes Ninja, and then he goes Go Turtles, go.
Ninja.
Whatever, dude. Secret of the Ooze. That's the Secret of the Ooze. It gives Vanilla Sky the ability to... I said Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky. Tom Cruise. Good movie. Get out of here. Kind of co-host are you?
And Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Famous for her Vanilla Ice routine. All right, let's move on. Black Ops 6, that happened this weekend. Is it still going on?
Yeah, as of today. It ends today at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so still going on. You can check it out. Well, we'll probably be late by the time this comes out, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. You can't check it out. We will tell you what happened when you did check it out. It was all right. There you go. All right. Games coming out this week. No, I'm just kidding.
No, wait. Just kidding. I got a lot to say about this.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Tee off, and then I'll respond.
All right. I think the beta was pretty well done, well made, I guess. There wasn't that many issues with it. The very first day I logged in, the very first game I played, hacker. 2 or 3 hackers in a game. Just obviously shooting through walls, shooting through the ground. Like they were shooting down, and it was killing everybody in the arena.
Awesome. Were you playing on PC?
No, I was playing on Xbox, which was connected to PC. You cannot turn that off.
Yeah. Crossplay is turned on automatically.
You have to turn that off in your Xbox settings, which will ruin a lot of games, by the way.
It's really stupid. But
it is stupid. PlayStation, they offer it. But I thought the game was very meh, but some really cool things inside of it.
Yeah.
I think the omnidirectional stuff, I think that is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, it's not so awesome in this game. If this game was a Quake style game where you could jump higher and maybe the maps, because it doesn't work with the map so much. The maps seem really flat for the amount of movement you can do. It's awfully flat. If this game had like a Quake style or Unreal style arena maps where you're kind of running and jumping and you're running backwards, sliding to the left, running to the right, doing all this stuff where you're where you're jumping around and aiming and shooting, it'd be really cool. It doesn't work so much in this game because the aim assist is so high because they realize that this omnidirectional movement is really
it's very fast
and hard to aim at people. So they up the aim assist. So when people were sliding across my screen, my reticle was just magnetized to them.
Yeah.
So it kind of defeated the purpose of all this directional movement.
Yeah.
So again, Call of Duty gets in its own way with their gameplay innovations.
The biggest issue that I have with this game so far from the beta, for whatever reason, the most recent Call of Duty games, I think even going like back to 2019's Modern Warfare, they've really, really had a map problem in the sense that none of them are memorable. When you play them. There was one like okay map that in terms of flow was not bad.
Are you talking about it's like the city one, or like there's like a grocery stores you can go in and out of the stores?
No, I hate that map.
I don't like it, but it has a good idea of a different type of map. It's like almost like a T shape.
I hate it so much. The one that I liked was the rooftop one. I thought that one was a decent one with the pool.
Yeah, I think that one
was pretty fun. Well, we're opposites.
Yeah.
But again, going back to like 2019's Modern Warfare, I can't really think. And again, I haven't played a whole lot of multiplayer, but at the very least, I've jumped into every single one of them and played up to a certain point.
I played enough.
Yeah, and I can't really think off the top of my head of a map from any of those newer ones within the last 4 years where I'm like, this is a map that I want to play.
I think it was on Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Was it a remaster of a map?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was a traffic jam in a highway on a bridge. That's the only one I can remember. That's the most memorable one. You know why? Because it was
awful.
God awful.
Okay, I thought you were saying it was good.
But that's the only thing I can remember.
I'm gonna smack you.
I think I had some fun times on it.
That map is so bad because everything blows up around you.
Yeah, everything blows up.
You're walking on landmines.
The first 5 minutes is just things blowing up. It's terrible. But that's the only thing I could kind of remember from that map.
That may have been Modern Warfare 3.
No, that was Modern Warfare 2.
You sure?
Modern Warfare 3 had all the old Modern Warfare 2 maps.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3. Shut up,
geez, what a mess with these names.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to talk about them.
2019 Modern Warfare, the other thing I actually liked about that game was they got a little interesting with some of their ideas in terms of game modes. Like the night game modes were a ton of fun, where you were wearing night vision the whole time.
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
You were shooting
I like
with
those.
lasers, essentially, or laser sights that you could see. I think those are always fun. But the problem is, at least for me, you do this stuff with the omnidirectional movement.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
But then, like, the direction of competitive first-person shooters around the Call of Duty idea are all going in, like, the exact opposite direction.
Yeah.
Valorant is really slow. You don't want to move when you're shooting because it hurts your accuracy. Counter-Strike's in the similar vein. Yeah. Rainbow Six Siege is in a similar vein.
Oh, yeah. Insurgency.
So it's weird that they're doing essentially the exact opposite of where competitive first-person shooters, and especially on a pro level, are going in that direction.
Well, I still think that they want this game to be a very casual game. It's a casual shooter. It's just, but they offer a lot of hardcore players
exactly
opportunity.
I'm getting two very different ideas of what I'm supposed to be playing.
I really do think this omnidirectional movement stuff would be better suited in a game like Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, that's the thing is I do think that the omnidirection thing is cool, but it's also something that I think you have to build a game around. Like you start with the omnidirectional stuff, and then you build maps around that idea.
Yeah, they did not do that.
No, they had the maps, it seems, first, and they were like, what if we did this with omnidirectional movement?
Like someone had a good idea a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, let's run with it.
Because like most of these maps, almost all of these maps would still play essentially the exact same way if you were to take away the omnidirectional movement.
Honestly, if you keep the boots on the ground and put the omnidirectional movement in a game like Advanced Warfighter and Black Ops or Warfare,
yeah,
and Black Ops 4 or 3,
3 was the more popular,
and then Infinite Warfare,
yeah,
where the maps were designed for jetpacks and stuff like that. Well, no, not great.
I hate it so much.
But if you put the movement in this new COD in those games and those maps, probably have more of a
that's true.
better response, at least for me.
I like the idea of them doing this, but for World War II. Like
that'd be awesome.
Call of Duty World War II. That'd be so funny.
Everything's ridiculous in Call of Duty, so
it really
just keep going more ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think Call of Duty heads looked at the mobile versions of Call of Duty, and they're like, "This is what we want. Like, add ridiculousness." I think that's where they got. They should have definitely gotten more realistic. I think 2019 Modern Warfare was a direction
that was them trying to reset it essentially.
And also, before you say anything, the only thing I can remember when it comes to multiplayer gameplay in these new CODs are the 2v2, 3v3 maps.
Yeah.
The gunfights. I think what they're called.
Yeah, I think that's right. Gunfight, yeah.
That's the only real thing I kind of liked from these games.
The other like you brought up a good point where like 2019's Modern Warfare did kind of feel like because
they were going in the direction that people wanted.
Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Infinite Warfare were just kind of absurd in terms of what they were doing, especially like multiplayer weapons and then like all the emotes and stuff like that. And then Modern Warfare 2019 came out, and it did feel like a much more grounded version of the game that we'd seen from and that felt in itself fresh because it was much different than what we were seeing. But now they're kind of going back, like falling back into that loop again.
Yep.
Which is, we're going to ask ourselves the same question. We're going to be like, why are we doing this again? Why am I watching the game over screen and this guy's hitting the gritty?
Also,
in a Black Ops game.
Please, if you are a multiplayer designer and you're making another one of these games, I guess arena style games where team deathmatch is in there, at the end of the game, can you just not cut to a screen and say game over? You win, you lose. Just don't do that. Concord did that, even more aggressive.
Yeah.
As soon as someone gets the final shot, like gray screen, you win, you lose. That's it. And then you move on. I'm like, Titanfall did a great mode, sort of.
Yeah.
They made you extract.
There's an
you
epilogue.
lost. Yeah, there's an epilogue.
Yeah.
You lost. Go do something else.
Right.
So you don't hurry up and go to the menu.
Yeah.
Like you
get XP
have to
if
extract,
you leave.
and you can get XP even if you lose and you have to extract into a helicopter or whatever.
Right.
This is perfect for Call of Duty. Just get them in a helicopter.
That's a good point. Actually, I would like to see that. It'd be kind of cool.
Go to a spot.
Yeah.
And
you have to hold it down for a certain amount of time.
Hold it down for a certain amount of time.
That's a good idea.
If you don't, and you can't respawn, you die, and then there's a time limit, boom, you move on.
Yeah,
something.
The interesting thing about Call of Duty is they like to bring in like everything around the game is new or different or changes, but actually in the game, it all is the exact same.
Yeah.
And this one, at the very least, the difference is the omnidirectional movement. At least that's in game.
It definitely feels cool. I actually was playing on a joystick, and my thumb was just getting
I was
cramped.
going to say, I feel like I have to snort Adderall in order to play this game to have any idea what's happening. That's a problem for me and alone, obviously.
I'm sure YouTube is going to like that comment.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. It's Adderall. A lot of people take Adderall.
Yeah.
You do. I know it.
No, I don't.
Oh, sorry.
Never taken a drug in my life. And also, so I was going to say, my thumb was getting cramping. So I got out the keyboard, put the keyboard in, and it seemed a lot better, except for I didn't have the aim assist.
Yeah, which is kind of a need.
I felt at a disadvantage, and I guarantee you are at a severe disadvantage playing this game with a mouse and keyboard.
Almost guaranteed.
Maybe not Warzone, but the regular deathmatch.
Yeah.
People are running, jumping, sliding, leaping. Like you can slide and you can also dive.
They're leaping and they're spinning. You look like you're in the twirling competition in the Olympics. It's incredible.
Some people with high, what's it called?
Hide? Is that what you said?
High sensitivity.
Oh, yeah.
On their X and Y axis. Holy jeez. It looks ridiculous.
Honestly, when I was playing this beta, I thought to myself, I was like, oh, this is a young man's game now. Yeah. I've grown out of this. This is not for me anymore. Like, it's just not made for me.
Yeah.
It's made for the 1%ers, the 1% of people that are really, really, really good at the game, the nade shots and the scumps of the world or whatever. And then the 8 to 12-year-olds that still enjoy playing Call of Duty.
I guess they do. It feels like it's designed that way. And then to compensate with all this cool stuff, they just go, here's for the young people, we're going to give you an insane amount of aim assist.
Yeah.
And we're going to put you in with your own skill level constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the skill-based matchmaking still there. So yeah, that's Black Ops 6. The beta's out. I will say I'm excited for this game's campaign. I think it might be fun. I'm happy they're doing campaigns again.
I guess.
I'm happy they're doing those again.
Yeah.
It's definitely less than half of the people play the campaign.
The graphics didn't look so good. Also, I want to mention that I also texted you when I said it was a mess. Turn off all the motion on your screen. There's so much camera shake and stuff like that.
I have them all turned off for all of
them. Which is really funny because the old Call of Duties used to have a lot of visual garbage when you're trying to aim at someone and shooting at them, and
there was like leaves flying through the map. And stuff.
There's too much visual effects. It blocks the person you're aiming at. They kind of got rid of that, which I noticed right away, and I was like, oh, that's a little more clean. But they added all this camera shake. So it's still hard to see people from far away.
For Call of Duty, which
a lot of visual nonsense.
Let me get into in a second. Call of Duty, if you go to the hub like the hub game or whatever, go to Call of Duty.
Get me started
you can
on
turn that off. That's what I want to get started on. Why are we not just releasing video games? I'm sorry. Why are we not just releasing video games? Stop just putting them in the hub called Call of Duty, okay? I can't do it anymore. I understand Call of Duty. You have this 800 gigabit download game that I can download for
900 gigabytes.
Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, the other Cold War game, and it's all directed through this hub.
You know how hard it was for me
to release the game.
I just wanted to play the beta.
Yeah, you have to
I downloaded the Call of Duty hub, and then I had to I forgot to uncheck all these other games because it was like, it'll be ready in 55 hours.
I hate it.
And I was like,
okay.
So much. So I went into the management and unchecked things that I didn't want to install, and then I installed just the beta and the hub, which was like 60 gigs.
Yeah, because you're downloading.
And I still couldn't play the beta because I had to check this thing that was like 60 megabytes.
Yeah, that's the beta.
That's the actual beta.
Yeah, it's 60 megs. It's unbelievable.
I forgot to check that.
I hate it so much.
I want you to get fired, whoever designed that.
It's my least favorite. Honestly, that's my least favorite thing about the most recent Call of Duties is that's how they decided to put their games together. And I think it's mainly because of Warzone, because they wanted to be able to transfer Warzone from the most recent game to the next game. I hate you. Whoever did that, I'm just
going to say shenanigans. I think there's other things in there that you're not telling me. What am I downloading?
I know.
What is all this stuff?
The 60
There's
gigs.
No way that beta was 90, whatever gigs that was.
So the 54,
over 10.
The 54 gigs that you're downloading at the start, that's technically like the base frame of Modern Warfare 2019. That's what you're buying, but you're not installing like any of the single player, the multiplayer, or the Warzone
Why is it
stuff.
so big?
That's a great question. That's the question I have whenever I'm downloading a Call of Duty game.
Is the hub where you're throwing in the skins?
Yeah, I don't know.
But then why is Black Ops?
I think they do transfer.
Black Ops 5, Cold War. Why is that 90 or 180 gigs?
Zombie? I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know.
They don't even look that good.
So much.
Look at the audio files.
Yeah.
Nothing's compressed either. They're just 50 gigs of audio.
I don't get it. I think it's because they know they can get away with it. They're like, you're going to buy this game anyways and install it. We don't give a damn.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Are they selling hard drives?
I don't know. Yeah, I should get a discount if you know what? Hey, Call of Duty, I have a good idea for you. How about you do this? You sell your game, Black Ops 6 or whatever. You sell your game and then attach it with
a 2 terabyte hard drive.
2 terabyte internal SD card that I can put into the back of my Xbox to be able to install this entire thing.
Yeah.
The game's cool though. The game's pretty fun.
Good
I'm
job.
excited for zombies, and I'm excited for the campaign.
I'm not excited for zombies, but
of course you're not.
Warzone is, with the omnidirectional, Warzone might be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Warzone's lost a lot of vigor for my taste.
Well, it comes back every year.
Yeah. I think that's why we have our hub now. Honestly, that was the beginning, was Warzone.
Yeah, whoever designed that, I hope you get fired.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. You suck.
Firewalk Studios. Jeez.
You're walking on fire for making the hub, dude.
Okay. What are you playing? Oh, game's coming out this week. Holy jeez.
I got one.
You did work.
I got some good stuff. Age of Mythology Retold, the remaster of that Age of Mythology game that came out in
long time ago.
I
remember that.
It's out today.
Cool.
So go get Age of Mythology, learn about all the Greek, the Roman, the Nordic, the Egyptian gods, and it's Civ with gods. That's what it is.
That was actually a good game back in the day.
I've never played it, but I know this was a big release. Well, big, quote unquote. Astrobot coming to PS5. Astrobot is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Astrobot's cool.
He's coming back to PS5. He comes out September 6th. That is, I just banged the microphone. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Comes out September 6th. That's 2 days from now. That's Friday, if I remember correctly. And then the big one of the two big ones, in my opinion, coming out this week, NBA 2K25 is out this week. I'm not going to buy it.
Me either.
Here's what I will say.
It's always given to a PlayStation Plus or Xbox.
They have maybe the best deluxe version of video games.
Really?
And I'll tell you why.
Because of the cover of Vince Carter?
Nope. Not anything to do with the cover. In terms of return on investment, it's actually really good. Like, okay, so the deluxe edition, I believe it's $250.
Video games as an investment.
I think, no, but listen.
That's what we're doing.
Let me tell you. It's $250, and all the stuff in-game will go away very quickly. But what you also get with it is a full season subscription to NBA League Pass, which is $100 by itself.
That's pretty cool.
That in itself is like worth, because you're buying the game with the other perks that you're getting from inside the game. And then also, League Pass is not a joke. Like, I buy League Pass for one team, essentially, and it's like $20 a month, I think, or something absurd like that. If you buy the full League Pass subscription, it's like pretty expensive for the full league. And you could just get that with the $250 version of 2K25. I think that's a pretty like decent thing to add on to a video game, especially NBA. It makes perfect sense to add that in there.
That's a good idea.
So I think that's like maybe doesn't get talked about enough. Am I going to buy this game?
No.
Absolutely not. 2K, as soon as they got rid of All-Star Team Up, I said, you'll never get money from me again.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want to create a player and try and build them up and then play with my friends. I want to play as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at center, a 99 overall for the Bucks, and play against somebody else random. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
But the League Pass thing is pretty cool. The second biggest game that is coming out this week, you're thinking of one, and I'm telling you it's wrong.
Okay.
Railroad Corporation 2, coming out on the PC.
Why did you even include this?
Coming out September 9th. It's a big day. We got Railroad Corp. Have you ever said to yourself, what would it be like if I ran a Railroad Corporation 2? Well, let me tell you. There's a way to find out, and it's Railroad Corporation 2.
Do you get to hose down all the graffiti artists?
You get to hose down the graffiti. You get to...
I said artists.
You get to bust unions. You get to... it's awesome. It's awesome.
Is that true?
No, I have no idea. I just put this in here because it's funny that this is a game.
I know. But
Railroad Corporation 2.
I thought it was going to be like a situation like a Rockstar.
It's going to be like Mafia 2 when you go to the docks and you have to beat up all those people that are trying to unionize.
Yeah.
Anyways, Railroad Corporation 2 coming out. The actual big one, Space Marine 2, comes out this week, September 9th. 2. I think it's technically out right now. If you buy the digital edition, you get it 4 days early or whatever.
People reviewing it?
Yeah, getting pretty good reviews. I saw a couple 8s. I saw a couple 9s, I think, as well. Okay. It seems very comparable to Gears of War, but just in like the Space Marine universe, and it's a multiplayer.
It's like the last
shooter.
One.
Yeah. So
I'm just worried about these games usually have bugs.
Were you trying to make the pun there again?
No.
You told this joke earlier.
Actual bugs.
Yeah, they will have bugs.
Yeah.
You're going to stomp on them.
I'm talking about inside your computer.
Oh.
Okay.
Bugs. Have you seen the video, by the way? I'm sorry. Have you seen the video of the guy that calls like a PC serviceman to come to his house because he filled his computer with beans, but he's like playing a huge practical joke on the PC computer guy? And he's like, so these are the motherboards and it's the beans. That video is so good. He's like, no. And the PC computer guy is like, no, these are beans. Like the beans you eat. It's so funny. Anyways, the last one, Yars Rising. This is a remake, I believe, of a popular game. Mm-hmm. That's coming out on Xbox One Series and PS5, PS4, Switch,
It was
PC.
Yars Revenge was the original.
The Atari VCS as well is what it originally came out on.
Yeah.
Who had that?
No, I never had an Atari.
Oh, dang it.
It was a great game. Played it.
There you go.
It's been copied a lot.
Really? I didn't know that. All right. What we're playing this week, I'll start off because you
Can
probably...
I go?
I just said I'll start off.
I know.
Okay. Number 1 on the list for me. Now I'm trying to remember what I wrote down. EA Sports College Football, playing that. You know,
you're playing that?
Doing that.
It's college football. That was a good week of
season
college
started.
football.
Yeah. And then Splinter Cell. I started Splinter Cell.
Oh, yes.
Chaos Theory.
James is playing Splinter Cell Chaos Theory after years.
That game is pretty fun. It's a pretty good stealth game. Is it voiced by Michael Ironsides? Yep. Is that right? Okay.
Ironside.
Yeah, I know. I like calling him Ironsides, so it's funny. Ironhide's the Transformer. Ironsides, Michael Ironsides, does a pretty good job. Gets a little weird at times, I'll be honest with you.
Why?
He kind of does this weird thing.
Sam Fisher?
Yeah.
Okay.
The character. Gets a little like sexual assaulty with like the woman you're talking to in this game. Yeah. You're like 20 years older than her.
Yeah.
And you're like getting a little weird with her.
Well,
but you know, it's a different time.
Everybody's got flaws, and Sam Fisher, that's his flaw.
Sam, here's what I'll say, buddy. Wouldn't be stunned if you got Me Too'd, and that's why you're really good at stealth, so you can hide from the haters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will say, Chaos Theory, pretty cool. It does not hold your hand at all.
No.
Throws you in there. You're like, all right, be stealthy. Good luck. I had no idea what I was doing with buttons or anything.
James told me there's no tutorial, and I was like, the first level is a tutorial.
They have like tutorial videos that you can play, but they don't show everything.
I know.
It's insane. I'm like, if this game came out today, it would be reviewed horribly because people couldn't get past like the second mission because they had no idea what they were doing.
You really got to use the gun. I forgot what it's called.
The SC pistol.
It shoots a camera out.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. There's also like a hacking thing that you can do with your goggles. They don't tell you about that at all. You just hover over it and you scan it, and then you're hacking. I had no idea I had to Google that.
Well, what about the save system? Are you allowed 3 saves? Is that what it is?
Oh, I hope that's not the case.
Because I don't think so. You can't save. You can't like save scrub, but you do have the option to save me. Maybe I'm getting mixed up.
You can quick save. I wouldn't be stunned if they didn't tell you there was a limit on saves.
Yeah, I think there is.
Okay, great.
I think you're allowed 3 quick saves a mission. But there are save points that you can come across. I think it's only 1 or 2 in the
awesome. I'm excited. It's like Medal of Honor Frontline, and that's what happened. You die and you restart the whole level.
No, it's not that bad. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
There's some long levels. The sniper mission.
Levels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It takes forever, and then if you die, you have to start all the way at the beginning. We used to be real gamers, and then we started quick saving. But yeah, the quick saves, it's great. Whatever. I like it. The stealth is fun. It really is. Having the night vision goggles go.
Yeah,
and then it turn on is really cool.
Bright green.
I will say, if you were any other human walking around Sam Fisher, you would see him like almost immediately in the dark because you're not just blind when the lights are off.
Yeah,
that's not how that works.
No,
you adjust.
That game did a really good job of waiting in the dark. It had the dark meter. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it pumps up.
Yeah,
and it also that's the other thing. It doesn't tell you anything about what is on your UI. You just kind of have to figure it out as you're playing.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, so this goes up when I'm in light. That means I'm in light. Got it. I'm visual.
Like,
and then there was another one. There was another one that was like a sound bar, and it took me a while to figure out what that was.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I am enjoying myself. I am having fun. So
I love interrogating people in that game.
The thing that makes me so this is the best one according to you, and I think according to a lot of people.
Yes.
Should I play another one?
Yeah, keep going. Go down the line.
Keep going. Yeah. Even Splinter Cell Double Agent? Is that
Double Agent, but play the original Xbox version.
Don't play the Xbox 360 version?
No.
What about...
and then after that, it's they added a new like
Conviction.
System. Yeah,
that's the other one?
Okay. And then the one after that is a Michael Ironside, a different voice actor, and it has a little bit more Uncharted-ness in it.
Okay.
So climbing on the side of buildings and stuff. That one's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. But that's not what I want from Sam Fisher and Michael Ironside.
No, that's what a lot of people didn't want from Sam Fisher, but it's still a really good game.
All right. I'm going to play. I am having fun, so I'm excited. Jump in.
Are you done?
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Playing Concord?
I'm not done. I apologize.
Go ahead. Thanks.
What else did I have on there? Trivial Pursuit Live 2. Awesome.
You interrupted me for Trivial Pursuit?
Game's really good.
Live
if you need a party game, you want to play with your wife, your kid, or anything like that, game's really fun. Go play Trivial Pursuit Live 2. I hope they make a third one. Please do. They need to update it a little bit. And then there was another one that I wrote down. Aliens Fireteam Elite. I beat that.
Oh, you beat it?
Beat it. Beat the DLC.
Jeez.
It's all right. Oh, my God. The DLC. The DLC, they tease the hell. They tease the hell out of a Predator mission. Like, you're walking up to aliens, and they're, like, very clearly sliced and, like, split apart and whatnot. And you're like, oh, my God, they're going to do the Predator thing. No, they have the rights to Predator? No way. They're going to make it Predator? And then it's just another type of alien that you have to fight. That was really annoying, because I really thought it was going to be Predator. It was going to be really cool, and somebody was going to have, like, the dots pop up on them, and I was going to freak out. But it wasn't Predator. It was Alien. Another type of alien. Stupid. Okay. But it's pretty fun. Yeah, it was all right. Go ahead.
Playing Concord. Concord is a decent game.
You got 2 days left.
You got 2 days to get my fill, which sad that game.
Rest in peace.
Had potential. It was just led by morons.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say that. Come on. It's not their fault. It's kind of their fault.
I meant like led, not the developers.
Yeah.
I'm sure the developer lead is fine. It's just like it was directed by CEOs that have no idea what gamers want to play right now.
Well, yeah, the industry evolved past them.
Yeah.
I would say. Past what they were doing.
Also playing, what was it? I wrote it down. Dang it.
Oh, now look who's scraping time here. Come on. Hey, what are we doing here? I'm walking here.
Stellar Blade.
Oh, okay.
I downloaded the trial.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus.
I thought you bought that game.
No, never did.
Oh. Did you buy that game?
Sometimes I say I want to play something and I never play it. But I was playing it. I played 2 hours, wasted the demo or wasted the time trial. There was a demo. That might be what you're talking about. It was a big demo. I think that is what
you were talking about.
And also, it was good. It's fun. It's really cool. The story sucks.
Is it stellar?
But it's good. It makes you really want to play.
Elden Ring?
No.
Or any other Souls-like game?
No. The Journey to the West game.
Oh, Wukong.
Wukong.
Black Myth.
Makes me really want to play Wukong.
Yeah, I want to play the game too so
bad.
bad.
I do like Stellar Blade. I think it's really good. It's not hitting me right now.
That's exactly what's going on with me. I'm like, I really want to play Black Myth, but I don't feel like playing it. Does that make sense? But then I'm going to play Space Marine 2, and I'm going to lose my mind. So, yeah, that's coming out this week. You'll see me on the Xbox. You'll see me playing Black Myth. No, you'll see me playing Space Marine. You'll probably see him playing Space Marine.
No, I'm stuck in Metal Gear Solid 5. I really like this game. This game's a lot of fun. I forgot that. I've been playing it for a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. When this game came out, I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way the missions were set up.
Mm.
So you basically go to your base, and then you set up missions.
Big Boss's base.
And then you go out into the field, and then you execute those missions. You don't have to. You can just do one and then go back.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't realize this because I was just doing one, going back. It got a little repetitive.
Annoying. Yeah.
I didn't realize that these side quests were popping up.
Oh.
Like the more you do, all these side quests pop up. There's a day and night cycle, and after if you go out during the day and then it hits nighttime, and then the morning shows up, people respawn, and they respawn with a lot more. They respawn, and then they respond to your gameplay.
Your action, how you're playing. Yeah.
So if you headshot people with a sniper from far away, they'll come back with helmets.
I love that.
If you only take out these missions at night, these places, missions at night, then they come back with night vision goggles.
And Sam Fisher and Michael Ironsights is there.
So they can see a lot further away. They tell you that in the beginning of the game. They go, you should probably do this at night.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Do it all during the day.
Yeah.
Because if you do it all during the night, the next day missions are so much harder.
Mm-hmm.
And the next night missions are so much harder. Because they can see you further away.
If you're using the cardboard box to walk around and be sneaky, they bring a recycling truck.
Do
pick it up and throw it away. No, I don't know. I made that up.
I wouldn't doubt that because Kojima has his humor all over this game. I love how this game handles the humor.
Yeah.
They don't get rid of it. Like in Metal Gear Solid 4, there's this one character that has diarrhea. Am I allowed to say that, YouTube?
Yeah, you can say diarrhea.
He needs to go to the bathroom constantly throughout the game.
I like that.
And there's one mission where you have to find them because everybody is everybody's wearing the enemy's uniforms, and you can find him by him holding his stomach, going, "Oh gosh." So there's a lot of that humor in this Metal Gear Solid 5, but it's done more cinematically.
He's a regular old James Timberlake.
Less Japanese-y.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
No, that's not true because there's one woman in that game that wears no shirt for the entire game and you're next to rocks.
She's an awesome character, by the way.
Yeah. But she's not wearing anything.
No, she's wearing a top.
Barely. I mean, come on.
What are you? The fashion police in video games?
Why is it there?
Prude?
I don't understand.
I don't know if you realize this.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense.
Why?
Because she seduces people with her pretty look. And then she's a killer. She's a quiet killer.
That is not coming out the way you think it is coming out.
Like out of my mouth?
No, just like the idea that is how the character is written is stupid.
Oh, what are you going to say? Okay, so what is it for then?
No, I don't disagree that that's what it is. Again, that's stupid. That's dumb as hell. That's stupid. Sorry, Kojima. Yeah. I know you're the prince.
You just don't like seeing pretty girls on your video games.
You're the one who was promised. I get it. Okay, I understand.
You have a thing against
so dumb.
You have a thing against attractive women?
No, I love attractive women. But when you're fighting in a war in the middle of the desert,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's a fantasy game. They also it takes place
an erotic fantasy game. You know what I'm saying?
Afghanistan in the late 80s.
Yeah,
when Russia invades Afghanistan, you play as Russians with English accents, and you fight like people who read minds.
Right.
You fight a guy who is the Human Torch.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean,
that's the entire start of the game. Great intro to the video game, by the way.
It was probably one of the greatest intros in video game history. I wish it would have kept that pacing up.
Yeah,
but that's impossible.
It just, I don't know. It just didn't. They could never explain that to me and make it make sense.
Well,
but
you're not gonna,
at least the other guys
paired with other ridiculousness.
But no,
which I've said
the other ones
times.
That's like complete absurdity, which is okay. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. At least Black Widow, she was good at being a ninja.
Yeah, right.
She was good at like kickboxing.
Who are you talking about? The Marvel Cinematic Universe Black Widow?
Yeah, I'm gonna say post Joss Whedon, where he was getting all horny and stuff.
Okay,
like,
this is
actively horny.
This is my biggest problem with Marvel movies. First of all, Black Widow is a cool character.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson, is not
here we go
kicking anybody's butt. Nobody's going to lose in a fight to that girl, and you can see it right away in the movie. You're like, wow, did someone teach this girl how to punch? Is anybody going to teach her how to punch? She's a spy. I can buy that, but not a fighter. Like, get real. Black Widow that's the worst reference ever. At least Quiet, the character that he's complaining about in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Her name's Quiet, too, because they don't want her to talk.
She doesn't speak. Yeah.
They don't want her to.
No.
Yeah. Of course not.
Yeah. Go in the kitchen.
You look good. Please. You look good. Don't open your mouth. You're wrong.
And I was joking. She is a way more menacing character than Black Widow ever will be.
Right.
I do not buy that Black Widow was a double agent in any sort.
Black Widow was also a character.
She can beat the crap out of you, and she can win a modeling career or something.
And she was also a character. Black Widow.
She's a what?
She's a character.
Yeah. What about it? I'm talking about fictional characters.
Quiet is not, though. She's just there for you to stare at her.
No, she's not. She's part of the story.
Does she speak at all?
I haven't finished the game, but I don't know.
She's not a character. She's got nothing there other than the fact that she looks very attractive and she seduces men.
I want you to talk to Floyd, our coworker who loves Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes,
and I want you to complain about Quiet.
I will complain about Quiet. I will.
He would say he'd be like, dude, she's a great character.
It's not, though. Nothing you're talking about makes it sound like she's a great caricature.
Well, I don't know much about her, but I know that what I've seen of her, she's awesome.
Yeah, of course. Me too, what I've seen of her. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Does this character do anything other than be like basically naked than its entire video game?
Way more substance than Black Widow.
That's false. Patently false.
No.
It is patently false.
Not even close.
And once they got rid of Joss Whedon, who was all horned up whenever he was making Avengers and anytime he was shooting with Black Widow, or Scarlett Johansson, then she became an actual good and functional and interesting character. Joss Whedon's just a weirdo. Like, I'll give you that.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
He's the guy that wrote
Does he make video games?
He made the Avengers first movie and the second movie.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I mean, you're only proving my point here, sir.
What is
Joss Whedon doesn't know how to write women. That's my point.
Yeah. You know my favorite quote from
a Joss Whedon movie?
Nope. From Jack Nicholson movie, and we'll end on this. When he writes...
It's Jack Nicholas.
Jack Nicholson?
No, Nicholson's the...
No, Nicholas is the golfer. Gosh.
I do that all the time. Golden Bear, shout out.
As Good as It Gets, is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's a movie of his.
He writes women's romance novels, and one of his fans, he's got OCD really bad. He doesn't like talking to people, and one of his fans comes up to him and asks. She goes, "I really have to ask, how do you write women so well?" And she's annoying him at this time because he's trying to get on an elevator. So he turns around and he says, in response to how do you write women really well, he says, "I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability."
Right. Great.
There you go.
That's
how you do it.
Funny.
Quiet is a great character.
That's me saying it. That's so funny. Good one, Jack Nicholson. I mean, who cares? It's as good as it gets.
Hit a golf ball, loser.
I bet if we found, you know who produced that movie? Harvey Weinstein. Who would have thought? Interesting. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's wrap it up there. Love you guys. We'll be back episode 61. Yeah. Shout out to the subs. Shout out to the raiders. Shout out to the followers. Whatever. Yeah. Leave a comment.
We're on Rumble now too.
Leave a comment. Leave a whatever. Hey, if you leave a comment, I'll give you a nice little nod. I'll say, like the Jeremiah Johnson nod. I'll go. See you guys later.
See ya.